Hey, T-Sippers. Hey, sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. So sorry I'm late. But when I came in here and saw the lights wasn't up, I continued to look at what I was looking at. Y'all know once I start researching, baby, it becomes a task. It becomes a test. Yes, indeed. I told y'all I posted yesterday about what what's her name? Maple said folks was gonna start talking about it. I gave it a week or two. It ain't really hit the fan just yet. It's hitting it though. Hey, Janet. Hey, Samantha. Who's it? Samantha with all the tea. Hey. What's poppin'? Baby! Cause once I started researching and I got me something to eat, then I started getting fat full. Then I started looking cause you know I was trying to find old girl. Y'all do know that, right? I was trying to find her. And messed around and They say it's getting hot in them Mar-a-Lago streets, them White House streets. He already don't know where he is. He say he get lost up in there. Spin his ass around 3 or 4 times and tell him to go to the Oval Office. Here he be walking outside looking for something else. Said, hell, he real deranged. He better stop playing with people before they push his ass in the pool. He must not have saw Diary of a Mad Black Woman have his ass dumped right on in the bathtub in the wheelchair. No, he don't know where he at. But listen, this is what child, baby, when I saw this right here, I said, oh shit. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. I need to get some honey. Coat my throat so I can hit some notes. Oh me, oh my. Oh Lord. Oh me, oh my. Got to be more careful. Lord. Then when I was thinking about last night, if y'all remember, when I was talking about the little old girl who Marla Maples. Y'all come on in, hitting the like button. Come in, hitting it. That's why I'm late now. Y'all don't want to be hitting it like, baby. I said, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This man, and it's the subscribers, the fan club for me. The really want his ass not to be as dirty as he is club. Really don't want to be able to say they are part of a cult. He ain't Jim Jones, but the Donald Trump and the White House tragedy, you know, cult. Drinking that damn Kool-Aid, that Trump aid, sipping on that pickle juice, you know, Bubbles pickle. Yeah, y'all kill me. Want to act like he ain't done nothing wrong. That man got tons of lawsuits and shit. He done already paid out. Boys and girls. And y'all want to act like ain't nothing wrong with this man. He's sick. I wonder, did Marla leave him after she started warning folk? Huh? Did she leave him? Because whatever she ran up on, whatever she saw, for her to intensely warn, what's her name? Sandra Coleman, about her daughter, Tina Davis? Huh? Did she leave him after that, or did she stay? For her to say, especially my husband, Donald Trump, don't you leave your 14-year-old child with him. I wonder, did she leave him after that? Because, see, I'd have caught him slipping, put some knots on him, flicked a cigarette, and bounced. Knowing good and dang well she had a baby with him. But see, he don't care because, you know, he was too touchy-feely with his own daughter. He wanted to sleep with his own child. That's the craziest mess to me. But it happens. I ain't gonna act like it don't happen, because it do. Hold on. Hold that thought. Is it gonna pull up here? Yeah, that'll work for right now. That would definitely work. So, as I was researching, digging and stuff, you know, I said, I wonder, did he ever try to play with his own daughter? You know, he just looked so crazy as I was looking at these pictures and stuff. You know, I wonder, did she see some startling things with him and his child, or her, his daughter with the other lady. You know, even here, he looked crazy as hell right here with them. Like he just don't know what to do. Just dumb and slow. You know, dumb and slow. Can you be dumb and slow? Look at it. Child, I just don't know. Now, he was kind of handsome here, but he up there with them babies. So, you know, I can't process that. I can't process that. I can't process that, you know. But I wonder, did she catch him with her daughter or his daughter? I wonder which one made her. What did she see? Did he ask, you know, to sacrifice little Tiffany? And I'm saying that because when I remember listening to Katie, she made mention of a Tiffany. She made mention of a Tiffany. And I remember saying, surely not his daughter. I said, surely not his daughter, Tiffany, that he had with Marla Maple. Surely not. You know, I'm up here thinking, you know, baby girl was probably too young. Hey, be rich. You know, surely. But she said, she mentioned Tiffany. And I'm thinking last night, what did Marla Maple see? Now, I'm sure in her divorce decree, she was told she couldn't say nothing. I'm sure. But I don't know. Because I don't know when that actual article. But anyway, that's why AunTeaFee been tied up. Tied all the way up. Digging. Trying to dig real deep. Because baby girl mentioned a Tiffany. And so when I was going through all of them lists of names, I was looking for a Tiffany. And I was looking for Tina. Now, I did see some undisclosed names, some Jane Does. And I was saying, I wonder. This is just too sickening. Y'all, this is very, very bizarre. But anyway, just so y'all know, I was late because I was tied up. I was digging. I was digging. And I was digging pretty deep. I was digging deep enough to find that picture way deep off in there of him with them girls. I actually saw that one of those pictures that they kind of blacked out. Can y'all hear me? Because I'm just talking like I'm talking to myself. Because the shit is deep. So then I actually found one of those pictures that has recently came out. Yeah, see, this is that picture, y'all. I kind of just got stuck right here. She looked older than 12, but not very much older than 14. And then I wonder, was this the same girl? It was the same little party function because he got them same old shorts on. But then as I was looking at some of them, I just done went on off in the conversation, ain't it? So when I started digging, yeah, I need to send this to myself first before I can. Oh, I think I did. Before I can't find it again. I probably need to send that to myself. Yeah, because, you know, once I start digging, I be in there. I be in there. I be trying to hear. What you saying, Stacy? What you saying, baby girl?
Office to be sexually assaulted by. I'm considered number 27 on Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me into his office to be sexually assaulted by him. I'm considered number 27 on Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me.
Well, damn.
I'm considered number 27 on Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me into his office to be sexually assaulted by him. I'm considered number 27 on Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me into his office to be sexually assaulted by him. I'm considered.
And y'all still up here thinking. Still thinking he ain't done nothing. Baby, please. Let me tell you. I'm trying to get out of here.
Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim when I was doing sports.
Baby, let me see if her name on this list. Because they Katie. They said it's partial. Stacy. And then on some of these lists, why is, maybe I missed it. Why is Ivana? Did Donald Trump tamper with his own wife? Was that before or after? I said, why is her name on this list? Oh, that's what I was saying. I found one of them pictures that recently came up in the Epstein files with the girls. Not covered. Let me get back to it. Lord, let me get back to it. I don't think it was this far down. That's why I hate when it reset, because you forget. Okay, so, yeah, I got that one. Mr. Trump slapped me and told me to shut up and then ripped my panties off. Interview with, oh, wow. Bless her heart. Yeah, then I found the list of what he did with the kids. Kelly was 12. $1 million settlement paid in 1989. Allegations of forced intercourse, Trump Towers in New York. Charles Bacon. I thought about that guy, that's that actor, last name Bacon. 11 years old, $3 million, allegations of oral and anal. I said, Lord. That was 1994, Trump Towers, New York, New York. Who was he married to then? Rebecca Conway. 13, intercourse and oral. Trump Vineyard Estate in Charlottesville, Virginia. 2012, $5 million settlement. Maria Oliveira, 12. Her family was paid $16 million to settle allegations of forcible intercourse occurring at Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida. Wow. Miss Utah. Oh, this the girls. Hold on. Hold on. I told y'all once I was digging, baby, it was hard for me to stop. So these are the pageant girls that he had assaulted. Okay, let me start this over. What? Jessica, first class cabin. Of a plane. Lord, y'all. Hold on, it's moving too fast. How can I slow this down? That's his. That's his wife. Now what is this saying? The master bedroom of the Trump Towers. See, people don't think you can ape your wife. They're gonna have to, Janet. But there are people out there who has it. They just want them to do what they supposed to do. Hopefully they're gonna use it because they are not as a way to impeach. Trust me, there are people out there who has it. Yeah, too much stuff done leaked. So it's telling where he, slow down. Now who is this? Early 1990s. The China Club at Manhattan nightclub. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Folk already have it. They already have it. And the way they piecing it to throw folk off. She looks familiar. Jill. One of the children's bedroom. Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. It's already being leaked. It's already been leaked. How do you think we looking at stuff now that hasn't really been out there yet? I mean, how do you think people are getting it? It's being leaked. No, who is she? Stacy. Oh, that's the Stacy lady in her 20s in Trump Tower. Yeah, and you know, they had already said they'll make their own list, but I don't know if this is what this is. This is the one that says she was number 25. Slow down. Go back, baby girl. I wasn't even expecting this. Now, who are you? Oh, that's E. This the woman that he lost that big money to. Jean Carroll, 52, at Birdolph Goodman's. Yeah, that's her. And he gonna say she's not his type. She may not be now, but right here she was. She dang sure was right here. She definitely had that look. Now who is this one? Lisa, 25, New York restaurant. Lord. Oh Lord. Mariah, she was 18, backstage at a 1997 Miss Teen USA. Wow. Wow. Wow, y'all. I need to make sure to send this to myself. Let me get on. How can I send this to myself? How can I send this to myself? Dang it. It won't let me send it to myself. I need this to myself. Okay, y'all, let me... Save as an image. Hold on. Let me try to make sure I can send this to myself. It's a lot going on, y'all. A lot more coming out than y'all think coming out. Now, I may not like how it's coming out in all these different pieces, but it's dang sure coming out. So, Lord, we thank you. Any way you bless us, I'll be satisfied. That's what I'm going to say. Any way you bless us, Lord, I'll be satisfied. I need to stop looking and get on over to where I was. Who is this right here? Oh, Lord. I ain't going to fake the funk. Bill, you definitely up in here. Bubba, I seen a list where you was asking for 2 boys and a girl. Hey, Deb. Hey, Cynthia. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one he want us to pay for. Yeah. Definitely saw you on the call list asking for some boys and girls. I was trying to get back down to where I was. I want y'all to see them girls. That was recently. It was like 4 or 5 of them circled around them because I seen them faces. I should have sent it to myself. Once I get to that one, I'll go on over to what I was talking. Natasha. Oh, Lord. What you say, girl?
I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me. My name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot. And Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me. My name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot. And my name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, my name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot. And Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me to this room, pushes me against the wall, and starts kissing me forcefully. I tried to push him, kept coming back at me. I was in shock and... My name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot. And Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me to this room, pushes me against the wall, and starts kissing me forcefully. I tried to push him, kept coming back at me. I was in shock and smothered, and he had his hands here against my shoulders. I felt sick inside. I felt horrified, and thank goodness a butler charges into the room. My name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot. And Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me to this room, pushes me against the wall, and starts kissing me forcefully. I tried to push him, kept coming back at me. I was in shock and smothered, and he had his hands here against my shoulders. I felt sick inside. I felt horribly. I tried to push him, kept coming back at me. I was in shock and smothered, and he had his hands here against my shoulders.
Melania was there. Who went upstairs? Who did she say went upstairs?
My name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot. And Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me to this room, pushes me against the wall, and starts kissing me forcefully. I tried to push him, kept coming back at me. I was in shock and smothered, and he had his hands here against my shoulders. I felt sick inside. I felt horrified, and thank goodness a butler charges into the room. My name is Natasha
it's
Stoynoff.
A lot.
In 2005, Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful
2005.
room. He leads me to this room, pushes me against the wall.
I'm just trying to get to the picture where y'all can see a recent photo that was released, the picture of those girls. So y'all will know what I'm talking about. And y'all still believing he ain't done nothing. Not y'all. Oh, Lord. I know this is... I'm going to assume that this is AI. I ain't going to even fool with that one. I'm just going to assume that right there is AI. I really want y'all to see the picture of the girls. They were recent. It's this picture right here. But it shows us who it is. It's this picture right here. It's this one. I just saw it with their names. I mean, not with their names, with their faces. So that's what I'm trying to get to. And then I will move on over. But I think once I hit reset, oh, well, dang. This ain't it, but let's check it out. This ain't it, but while we're here, let's check it out. Oh Lord. He is such a pervert. He is such a pervert. Why are all these girls around this man? Y'all get the likes up. It's 166 people in here with only 16 likes. I know y'all know that ain't gonna happen. Why is she the only child sitting on they daddy lap? And look at this man looking at Melania. Not Melania, Ivanka. Look at him looking at her. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, Lord. It's just the way he looking at these girls. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Absolutely should be a registered SCX offender. I'm going to mess around on one of these pictures and find Erika. Y'all know that's what I'm looking for, don't you? Better not let me find old Erika, baby. One thing is for sure. If we don't think, that's the one, that's that lawsuit, I think, with Katie. Yeah, Trump. Oh, that's when it was Jane Doe. Okay.
He groped me. He absolutely groped me. And he just slipped his hand there, touching my private part.
He turned to me and embraced me and gave me a kiss on the lips. And I remember being shocked, and because I would have just thought to shake somebody's hand, but that was his first response with me.
It was a real shock when all of a sudden his hands were all over me. But it was when he started putting his hand up my skirt. And that was it. That was it.
The person on my right, who unbeknownst to me at that time was Donald Trump, put their hands up my skirt. He did touch my vagina through my underwear.
As the women walked across the table,
Donald Trump would look up under their skirt and, comment on whether they had underwear or didn't have underwear. I didn't want to have to walk across the table. I wanted to get out of there. Then his hand touched the right inside of my breast.
He groped me. He absolutely groped me. And he just slipped his hand there, touching my private parts.
He turned to me and embraced me and gave me a kiss on the lips. And I remember being shocked, and because I would have just thought to shake somebody's hand, but that was his first response with me.
It was a real shock when all of a sudden his hands were all over me. But it's when he started putting his hand on my skirt. And that was it. That was it.
The person on my
My
right
like button
who
didn't go up.
unbeknownst to me at that time was Donald Trump, put their hands up my skirt. He did touch my vagina through my underwear.
Oh,
As the
wow.
women walked across the table, Donald Trump would look up under their skirt and, comment on whether they had underwear or didn't have underwear. I didn't want to have to
Hey,
walk across
Nicole.
the table.
Hey,
I wanted to get out of there.
ABCDEF.
Then his hand touched the right inside of my breast.
Yeah.
He groped me. He absolutely groped me. And
Y'all get my likes up. Like, share, and subscribe. Join the membership. Support the platform. Super chat, super sticker, jewels and gems, cash apps. However you choose to support the platform. Hi, Lisa. One of Diddy's survivors, she was a minor. She reached out to me behind the scenes. I just don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
Trump with these questions around a pardon. Did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President. I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something President Trump with these questions around a pardon. Did anybody see or hear of the
Around a pardon? Yeah, I'm trying to get to that one picture, and I'm gonna move on, but I need my likes to go up, because it don't make no sense for me to bring y'all to this type of tea if I can't get y'all to get the likes up. I mean, I done seen it for myself. I'm just trying to make sure y'all see it. Look at them. This is funny. Double tap the face of your phone. Double tap the face on your phone. Twice. Tap, tap. Look at him. I don't know why you eating, boo. Your husband on that list, child. I don't know. Y'all know who else name is on there? And I'm trying to Rob. Yeah, but he could have just been visiting a function. But that Rob Reiner guy. Yeah, but he said such foul things to Trump right before. Y'all get the likes up so we can move on. It's plenty of tea. Please understand. AunTeaFee got the tea, baby. I got the tea, babe. I am still trying to find that picture. Why would his ex-wife tell that lady, get your child? Do y'all know how to double tap the face of y'all screen? I hit the three dots at the top right. And if you have a problem with that, I'm going to nicely ask y'all just to go ahead and leave. so I can go ahead with the tea for my tea sippers. Oh, Lord, hold on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm trying to see if this was one of his male victims. He's saying tell someone. Him as a kid. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hey, straight lights. Yeah, some of Trump's minors were boys. Y'all, is that the same security guy? Is that the same security guy with Charlie Kirk? That was the fake ear thing. Is that the same security? Yep, okay. I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was. That's the same security guy. What's the likelihood? What's the likelihood? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I thought so. Y'all, I can't find that picture. Dang it. Watch, and watch later on. Listen to Nicole. Hey, soon as I leave and get off of here, I'm going to find it. It's going to pop right up. It's going to pop right up. I thought that was him, y'all. Hold on, let me go to the top. Then I'm going to go on. Hey, Max. I see somebody speaking. Hey, Max. Thank you for the party hat ketchup gate. Woo! Thank you for the party hat. Go party. It's your birthday. Go on party like it's your birthday. Go AunTeaFee. Go AunTeaFee. AunTeaFee. Go AunTeaFee. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, y'all. I'm trying to find it. 3 minors from the Epstein. Sealed as she was the minor. Oh, yeah, I got you, Katie. Yeah, I was really trying to see if this girl name was on that list. If it was really on here. I'm really trying. Oh, I went down too far. I had went down too far. Let me make sure I send this to myself. So I'll be able to find it in the future. Hold on. Making me work that hard. Making me work that hard. Y'all better be glad I was late. Because, baby, when I tell you I started digging, I was digging. Make sure I send it to myself. Working me all that hard. Here they go. Here they go. Oh, I told y'all that somebody done leaked it. And they not covered. You see that, Janet? And they're not covered. I told you people have it. And they're not redacted. And they're not redacted. Somebody has it. I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all be playing with me. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. It's just a matter of time. That's why they say he's sick. He don't want to talk about it. They done changed his diaper 4 or 5 times in 1 hour, shitting all on himself, slamming doors, cussing out folk, Melania mad, her dirt. I don't know why they just now finding out that she was a pass around. And that I said to myself, T-Sippers already know this. Yeah. Ooh, I always got huh? She's the pass around. Y'all just now. Oh, let me see some. Yeah. Yes, indeed, haunted. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to find, what's her name? What's her name? The liar. Liar, pants on fire. Yeah, I'm trying to find her. I know she was, now that I know he was taking them little girls and stuff at the beauty pageant. I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna find her. Said Donald Trump has used the Oval Office to hide his child apes. Oh yeah. I'm trying to find old girl. Yeah. This one right here kind of favored her. This one right here on the end. But I don't know if that's her. This one. That one. But it's that one, baby. That one when I saw him on that picture with that girl with look like them. I'm trying to tell you. I was trying to see if I can make it bigger. But I sent it to myself. So I'll be able to find this one again. Finally. Can I move on, y'all? It took me a minute. It was at the top. I was gonna say, I didn't think I was down here this far down. Oh, what just done happened? 38 years of sexual abuse. The known victims. And I was shocked when I saw this one don't have her name. His wife on there. So he took her cookies in one of the bedrooms. And then so this is where I got stuck. So these are some of them documents. And yeah, it show Bill Clinton name. And it show, yeah, they can say it ain't no list if they don't want to. These people are numbered. Do you understand? In 9, 32, 33, 34, 35. What is that? Is that not a list? Is that not a list of numbers? Mark. Dang, I wish. Huh? Now this says flight numbers here. It was something I saw. Dang it, wait a minute. What did I see? And it brought up Diddy. God dang. What did I see? I saw something and it brought up Diddy. I'm gonna have to go, y'all, from over here. It's the suicide observation law. I got all of that. Inmate Epstein is pacing in the shift. Inmate Epstein is sleeping, using the bathroom, pacing in the shift, psycho observation. Oh yeah, we got the T over here, but not with 34 likes. Evidence. Let me see. Okay, y'all, let me get on where I was supposed to be. David Copper, Cindy. Oh yeah, he kept a count, y'all. And this is for show. This is for show. But let me get on. I can't remember what I saw that referenced him and Diddy. But I don't want to stay over here. But y'all need to get these likes up. That's why I ain't in no hurry. Thank you for being a friend.
Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me into his office to be sexually assaulted by him. I'm considered number 27 on Donald Trump's 27. I'm considered number 27 on Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me into his office to be sexually assaulted by him. Sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated.
Okay, let me get on from over here because I don't remember where I was. It's okay, so let me see where we at. Okay, y'all, looks bad for Donnie Boy. It do, don't it? Hi, Janice. It do look bad for old Donnie Boy, don't it? And I want to know, I really want to know what she saw. I wish she would tell us what she saw. But that may be asking for too much, especially if she has an agreement where she could not discuss him without approval, which I heard he has something like that with his first wife. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to tell y'all now, this ain't going to be, it's going to be short-lived if y'all can't get the likes up. I'm gonna tell you that now. And I ain't gonna fuss. I ain't gonna cuss. Well, I mean, you know, not like I have been during the week. She is, but she warned them people. It's all. I told y'all yesterday that once I played it, we was gonna start seeing it and hearing the child. And
was this a warning or a PR move? Protector or PR stunt? Drop your hottest takes. Let the roasting begin. Picture this: Mar-a-Lago, 1994. Models, champagne, Jeffrey Epstein lurking, and a 14-year-old girl told to dress sexy. Now, the bombshell. Marla Maples allegedly warns a mom, "Don't let her near any of these men, especially my husband." That's Donald Trump, by the way. Maples denies saying it, claiming she'd always protect young women. But the party's guest list reads like a tabloid fever dream. Trump, Epstein, underage models. What could go wrong? Is Marla the ultimate protective mom, or just rewriting history? Was this a warning or a PR move? Protector or PR stunt? Drop your hottest takes. Let the roasting begin. Picture this. Mar-a-Lago, 1994. Models, champagne, Jeffrey Epstein lurking, and a 14-year-old girl told to dress sexy. Now, the bombshell. Marla Maples allegedly warns a mom, don't let her near any of these men, especially my husband. That's Donald Trump, by the way. Maples denies saying it, claiming she'd always protect young women. But the party's guest list reads like a tabloid fever dream. Trump, Epstein, underage models. What could go wrong? Is Marla the ultimate protective mom, or just rewriting history? Was this a warning or a PR move? Protector or PR stunt? Drop your hottest takes. Let the roasting begin. Pick.
Yeah. That just came out today. She only had 5 likes. I told y'all it was gonna make them people come out, didn't I tell you?
The bombshell.
Come out
Maples
wherever you
allegedly
are.
warns a mom, don't let her near any of these men, especially my husband.
Hold on. I better get them likes up. I told you they was gonna start coming out. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. What else I got marked? I was trying to find. And y'all know when I was looking for old girl, and I don't know if it's related at all, but I was surely trying to find Tina. And I saw something mysterious happen to her, Tina. And I said, I'm going to have to research this lady. I'm going to have to research her.
Do you know who to call if you're hurt in a car wreck? It's a no.
I'm not saying it's related. She just has the same name, and there was a mystery. I'm going to have to research it.
Started like any other inside this home in Ball Ground, Georgia.
Phone rang about 5:15 in the morning.
Fitness instructor Tina Davis was up early when something trips the alarm.
They said that the alarm had gone off, and they asked if they should send the police. So I knew that something was not right.
This is ADT Security calling to notify of a residential burglar alarm.
Mark Mullins tries to reach his mom, but there's no answer. Your mother's not answering. The alarm company is called, so you just get in the car and you head over to your mother's. The worried son races toward his mom's house, but before he can arrive, shots ring out.
I said, I'm going to have to figure out who that Tina lady is and what happened to her, baby, because the way that the CIA and FIA and ABC and FBI be playing, what happened to her? Because I was digging for Tina. Y'all understand? I've been digging for Tina. And I saw something mysteriously happen to a Tina. I said, oh, yeah, I need to research that. Because where is Tina Davis and where is her mama, Miss Coleman? So let's check this one out right quick. Let's go.
Yes, everything that I came to this interview on my free will. No, there was nothing promised to me for doing this interview. Yes, everything that I say at this interview will be the truth. I met Donald Trump at some parties I attend that I was working for Mr. Jeff.
Why was she at 13, 14 years old be working at parties?
I came to this interview on my free will. No, there was nothing promised to me for doing this interview.
Excellent.
Yes, everything that I say at this interview will be the truth. I met Donald Trump at some parties I attend that I was working for Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. There was about 3 or 4 times.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me cover this up. I'm just not seeing this. Hold on. Hold on. Let me figure out a way to do this, y'all. Hold on. Let me see.
Times that I had encounters with Donald Trump. I was 13. The first time that I met Donald Trump, I came to this interview on my free will. No, there was nothing promised to me for doing this interview.
Excellent.
Yes, everything that I say at this interview will be the truth. I met Donald Trump at some parties I attend that I was working for Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. There was about 3 or 4 times that I had encounters with Donald Trump. I was 13. The first time that I met Donald Trump was at a party at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. There was an orgy going on, and he was kind of watching off in the distance. And he basically asked if I could come over and give him a hand job. And at first, I wasn't very comfortable with it. This was like my first party, and I didn't think that was my responsibility. But my recruiter told me that I needed to do it, so I agreed to it.
It's 279 people in here, only 35 likes. You done lost your mind. Okay. I need for y'all to double tap the face of y'all screen. And I need them likes way up. 292 people in here. Only 36 likes. Do y'all know how to double tap the face of the phone that you're listening on? The face screen. The screen of your phone. Double tap it just like that. I hit the 3 dots at the top right corner. I need those likes all the way up. Double tap, y'all. Come on. Double tap. Not gonna do it. Okay. Not gonna do it until you be honest. Okay. Bye. Get out. Y'all say bye to Kermit the Frog. She said she not gonna do it. Okay. You don't have to. You will never have to come back. Come on. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it till you be honest. Why focus on one man? Child, please. You crazy as hell if you think I only focus on one man. See how folk be drinking that Kool-Aid? Girl, you better leave that Kool-Aid alone if you think I focus on one man. You crazy as hell. Talking about she ain't gonna do it. Well, you gonna get your ass up out of her. Yeah. What she thought. Y'all need to double tap. Baby, please. You better leave that Kool-Aid alone. Your mama let you drink that Kool-Aid? Kermit. Kermit. Let me see you, child. Let me see you. That heifer said not gonna do it. She said not gonna do it. Okay. If you insist, let me see you, child. Let me see if you look as crazy as you sound. Let me go see. And you got a child as your baby as your picture. Child, don't you know he played with babies that age? Child, please, y'all better stop protecting these predators. Kermit. Y'all get the likes up. Yeah. I had to make sure. That foolishness right there won't ever. She gonna definitely have to create another page if she gonna come over here again. I don't deal with that foolishness. She said I was focusing on one man. My. Y'all not gonna get the likes up? Must I leave? Why must I do like that? Why must I chase the cat? Double tap. Yes, 150 people in here. And I only have 50 likes. So I need at least 100 likes. I need the likes to match. I'm the blessing, I'm the table, I'm the prize. Did the work. Starlight said, come on, people. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. I don't even know why y'all play with me. That's the problem. Y'all been getting away with too much stuff. Y'all playing in my face. I'm finna end this mess, y'all, if y'all don't come out. I got a whole bunch more little research I can be doing. What's down here? Okay, I can talk about some of this. Okay, Tina. Yeah, that's the Tina lady. Okay, well, I'm gonna move on to something that done happened today. Let me check this out.
Gaza's population is on the brink of famine. Every hour.
Because if you sue somebody, yeah, it's going to require glorious Saturday, and oh, what a tangled web Donald and
Let me know when y'all want me to come back.
When she practices to deceive. I'm going to show that story to you in just a few seconds because you got to see what just happened to Melania based on the Epstein file drop yesterday. Very key and important point, because if you'd like to see it lead to both of them being out of the White House, subscribe to the channel. But understand that there's a big question over whether or not Melania got introduced to Epstein, knew Epstein, all that stuff. And this is what happens when you're sue happy like the Trumps are. Because if you sue somebody, yeah, it's going to require deposition and discovery, and that can be a real problem. And if you wonder what I mean by that, take a quick listen to this sound right here in terms of Hunter Biden. This.
Fox News reported that a lawyer for the First Lady sent Biden a letter with the deadline of August 7th to retract his statements. The letter calls Biden's comments false, defamatory, disparaging, and inflammatory.
And realize that that information matches what author Michael Wolff has already said here.
Donald Trump's biographer, Michael Wolff, has hinted that Melania Trump may have had deeper connections to Jeffrey Epstein than publicly known. In a podcast interview with the Daily Beast, Wolff claimed Melania was very involved in Epstein's social circles and even implied that her introduction to Donald Trump came through those ties.
And says the president's wife may have suffered, quote, overwhelming financial and reputational harm.
Oh, and there's more of that.
She was introduced by a model agent connected to both Trump and Epstein, Wolff said. Epstein knew her well.
And always, Trump does what he does, defending his wife by dismissing, denigrating, trying to create a distraction and deny this.
He regularly invents stories from his twisted imagination, driven by an extreme case of Trump derangement syndrome that's clearly affected his mental state.
Hunter Biden had a really simple response about, oh, you want to sue me for $1 billion? Here you go.
So now we're here to apologize to the First Lady for your statements that you made about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
That's not going to happen.
Instead, he doubled down on his remarks.
Did he say
that Melania Trump does not have a case against him?
If they want to sit about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
That's not going to happen.
Instead, he doubled down on his remarks, contending that Melania Trump does not have a case against him.
If they want to sit down for a deposition and clarify the nature of the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein, if the president and the first lady want to do that, and all of the known associates around them at the time of whatever time that they met, I'm more than happy to provide them the platform to be able to do it.
And this breaking story is monstrous because, as we say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And that model agent Michael Wolff discussed, oh yeah, the director of Melania's documentary, Brett Ratner, when you put 2 and 2 together, in this case, yep, you get 4. Check this breaking story out on Melania and her background with Epstein right here.
Director of Melania Trump film exposed in Epstein files drop report. Brett Ratner, the director of Melania, the new documentary about First Lady Melania Trump, was spotted in the Justice Department's Friday release of thousands of files on Jeffrey Epstein, Vanity Fair reported late Friday. Among the thousands of files released by the DOJ Friday, internet sleuths were quick to identify Ratner in an updated photograph with a shirtless man that appears to be Jean.
Right here.
Director of Melania Trump film exposed in Epstein files drop report. Brett Ratner, the director of Melania, the new documentary about First Lady Melania Trump, was spotted in the Justice Department's Friday release of thousands of files on Jeffrey Epstein, Vanity Fair reported late Friday. Among the thousands of files released by the DOJ Friday, internet sleuths were quick to identify Ratner in an updated photograph with a shirtless man that appears to be Jean-Luc Brunel, a French model scout and owner of the international modeling agency MC2 Model Management, which has considerable financial backing from Epstein. Brunel died by apparent suicide in 2022 while awaiting trial on ex-trafficking
Get the lights
charges,
up, y'all.
as did Epstein in 2019. Ratner made his directorial debut in the 1990s with the release of Money Talks, and went on to direct the popular Rush Hour films before being ousted from Hollywood in 2018 amid sexual misconduct allegations. While he moved to Israel in 2023, Ratner is now set to direct Rush Hour 4 after the project was greenlit by Paramount and after President Donald Trump lobbied for the studio to take up Ratner's project. Ratner was also selected to direct Melania, set for release in select theaters on January 30th, 2026. The film was announced in January of 2025, an indication that Ratner was likely still held in high regard among the Trumps, further supported by Donald Trump's push for Paramount to fund Rush Hour 4 with Ratner at the helm. Warner Brothers cut ties with Ratner in 2018 and decided not to renew a $450 million financing deal after several women accused him of sexual misconduct, including one woman who alleged Ratner had forced her to perform oral sex.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Isn't that interesting? The guy that used to be in Hollywood's arms, Brett Ratner, is now kicked out because of his physical behavior, but yet he was the guy who was going to direct the documentary, seen in a photo with the agent that potentially is the guy who introduced Melania to begin with. Whoopsie poop. And now it's all come together in one. But the key to that is Melania is not going forward with the suit against Hunter Biden.
I know she
And that
ain't.
might be a little telling to
She better slow her roll.
exactly what the actual truth there is. You know,
Oh yeah, we already know what the truth is. Y'all still ain't gonna get the likes up? Oh, okay. Okay. Mhm. Now, is this in the house? Too much evidence. Hey, Dorothy. Let me put this little music stuff on. Justice Department released Mo. Y'all still ain't gonna double tap? Double tap the face of your phone. Your listening device, if you're listening on your phone, double tap. 1, 2. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. If you don't want to send a Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, or some gems at the bottom, you know, you ear hustler guests, visitors, then double tap the face of your phone or hit the 3 dots at the top right corner. Hit them 3 dots that say 1, 2, 3 and go to the like button. Epstein Saturday of December. They releasing some more stuff. Schooner. Now who is he? Yeah, go ahead and leave. Now who is he? Oh, that's he an actor, ain't he? Now he look like Tony Benson. Oh, what are they talking about? The little girl that was 14? Oh Lord, they finna bring her up now. Now what about? Among the 2019 special agent conversation with a girl who was 14 said Epstein actually saw the Manhattan home when she massage. Redacted. Pre-existing redactment required. Oh, we done seen that, boy. We done already seen that, child, please. We done seen them. We want to know who this one is. Don't we, T. Seppers? Woo! They trying to redact. We done already seen, child. And this one right here still blow my mind. This one right here. This one right here. This picture right here. I'm gonna have to make a thumbnail. Y'all ass is gonna be brought up on. Y'all still ain't. If I have to keep stalling for y'all, I'll just end it. That means y'all don't want to hear it bad enough. Now, is this a pool inside the house? Is this an indoor pool? Bill Clinton. And who was this adult right here? Clinton in the minor. And where was Hillary? While she eating popcorn with old girl. Yeah, y'all still don't want. Okay, well, what's next? Y'all still ain't got the lights up? Okay.
I lost 110 pounds. You couldn't tell at all because of my excess skin. So Novella changed it.
What's Supreme Court? I'm waiting on y'all. Let's see this.
As a shield, and when the public asks for the truth, they are. Hello, everyone. You know, there is an old saying that I've often leaned on during my time in public service. It says that the truth will set you free, but for the truth to do its work, it first has to find its way out of the shadows. It has to be seen. It has to be heard. Now, I am speaking to you today not just as a former president, but as a fellow citizen who believes in the fundamental promise of this country. And that promise is built on trust. It is built on the idea that in a democracy, the government belongs to the people. And the people have a right to know what is being done in their name. But right now, as we look at the news coming out of Washington, that trust is being tested. We are seeing a moment where the very leaders sworn to uphold the law seem to be treating it as a suggestion. We're talking about the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files, documents that the American people have waited years to see. A law was passed, a deadline was set, and yet what we are seeing today isn't the full light of day. It is a landscape of heavy ink and redacted pages. It's a pattern that feels all too familiar lately, doesn't it?
Yes.
A promise of transparency that ends in a wall of silence. We see a Department of Justice that should be the guardian of our rights being used instead as a shield, and when the public asks for the truth, they are met with stalling and resistance. We are better than this. Our system is designed to handle the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, but it requires leaders who aren't afraid of what's in the files. Before we go any further into this story, I want to ask you to do something important. If you believe in the power of the truth, if you believe that we deserve a government as good as our people, then I want you to join this community. Subscribe to this channel right now, and if you really want to stand with us as we peel back these layers, I'm asking you to become a member. We need 1,000 of you to step up today, not just to watch, but to belong to a movement that demands better. Because the story I'm about to tell you, it isn't just about documents, it's about the soul of our leadership. Think about what it feels like when someone looks you in the eye and makes a promise, but then turns around and hides the truth. It hurts. It breaks something inside a community. And right now, that is exactly what we are feeling across this great nation. We were told that these files would be opened. We were told that the secrets of the past would finally be laid bare so that we could move forward as a country. But when the boxes were finally opened, what did we find? We found pages covered in black ink. We found a wall that was built to keep you from seeing what is really going on. Now, you have to ask yourself why. Why would any leader go to such great lengths to hide information if there was
Because it's overwhelming
nothing to fear?
evidence.
When you use the power of the government to cover things up, you aren't just protecting yourself. You are telling every American citizen that their right to know doesn't matter. You are saying that the rules apply to some people, but not to the people at the very top. That is not the America I know. That is not the America we built together. We see our friends Jamie Raskin and Robert Garcia standing up in Congress right now. They are calling this what it is. They are saying that federal law is being ignored. They are pointing out that when the Department of Justice starts acting like a private law firm for one man, our democracy is in trouble. It reminds me of other times in our history when people tried to hide the truth to stay in power, but the truth has a way of coming out eventually. It always does. The people in charge today seem to think they can just wait us out. They think if they redact enough lines and stall for enough months, we will simply get tired and look away.
I've worked here 19 years, and I can tell you that the money given to St. Jude goes where you think it goes. It goes to the kids and their care, and it goes to research.
They want us to be distracted by the next headline or the next tweet, but we cannot afford to look away. Not this time. This isn't just about one man or one set of files. This is about whether we still believe that no one is above the law. I want you to stay with me as we look closer at these redactions. We need to understand the scale of what is being hidden. If you are still here, it's because you care about the future of this country. Make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss a single word of this. And for those of you who want to help us keep this light shining, click that join button and become a member right now. Your support is the only way we keep these conversations going. Let's move forward together, because the next part of this story shows just how deep these secrets go. When we talk about justice, we are talking about a simple idea. We are talking about the idea that the scale should be even for everyone. It shouldn't matter if you are a worker in a factory or the person sitting behind the Resolute desk. But when you look at how these Epstein files are being handled, you start to see a different picture. You see a picture where the people in power are using every tool they have to keep the rest of us in the dark. This isn't just a mistake or a delay. This is a choice. It is a choice to put personal interest ahead of the public good. Think about the parents out there who try to teach their children to be honest. We tell our kids that if they do something wrong, they should own up to it. We tell them that lying only makes things worse. Yet, we are watching an administration that seems to operate on the exact opposite set of values. They promised transparency during the campaign. They told you they would be the most open government in history. But now that the spotlight is on them, they're closing the curtains. They're pulling back from the very promises that put them in office. There's a deep sense of anger growing in our towns and cities. People are tired of the hypocrisy. They see a president who spent years calling for his opponents to be investigated. But now that it is his turn to show the facts, he reaches for the heavy black marker. He uses his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, to stand between the truth and the American people. This isn't how the Department of Justice is supposed to work. The DOJ belongs to you. It is supposed to serve the law, not a person. When that line gets blurred, we all lose something precious. I've seen this kind of fear before. It's the fear that comes when someone knows that the facts don't match the story they've been telling. It's the panic that sets in when the walls start closing in. And make no mistake, there is a sense of panic in the halls of power right now. You can see it in the way they attack the messengers. You can see it in the way they try to change the subject, but the American people are smarter than that. We know when we are being sold a bill of goods. We deserve better than a government that hides behind redactions. We deserve a leader who isn't afraid of his own history. If you are feeling that same fire in your heart, if you know that we can do better, I need you to stay here with me. Don't let them win by making you lose interest. Hit that subscribe button right now to show that you are paying attention. And if you're ready to be a leader in this community, join us as a member today. We need your strength to keep pushing for the full truth. Stay tuned, because in the next part, we are going to talk about what these secrets mean for our future. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about the word accountability. It's a big word, but it has a very simple meaning. It means being responsible for what you do. In our homes, in our jobs, and in our schools, we live by this. If you break something, you fix it. If you make a mess, you clean it up. But in the highest office in the land, we are seeing a total rejection of that simple idea. We are seeing a pattern where the goal isn't to fix the mess, but to hide it under the rug and hope nobody notices the bump in the carpet. This pattern didn't start yesterday. We have seen it time and time again over the last few years. Whether it is about taxes or phone calls or now these files, the answer is always the same. You can't see that. The administration acts like the truth is a threat to national security, when in reality, the only thing it threatens is their own reputation. They are using your tax dollars to pay for lawyers and officials to keep you from seeing the truth. Think about that. You are paying for the very silence that keeps you in the dark. When we look at the name Jeffrey Epstein, we aren't just looking at a name in a file. We are looking at a shadow that has hung over our public life for far too long. People want to know the truth because they want to know that justice is real. They want to know that being rich and powerful doesn't give you a free pass to do whatever you want without consequences. By redacting these files, the Trump administration is sending a message that those old connections are more important than your right to justice. They are choosing to protect a dark past instead of building a bright and honest future. I hear from folks all the time who are worried that the system is rigged. And when you see the Department of Justice acting this way, it's hard to tell them they are wrong. When Attorney General Pam Bondi stands up and defends these redactions, she isn't acting like the people's lawyer. She is acting like a gatekeeper. She is holding the door shut while the people on the other side scramble to hide the evidence. It creates a sense of unease that shakes the very foundation of our democracy. But here is the good news. We are not helpless. The very fact that we are talking about this, the very fact that you are watching this, means that the cover-up isn't working perfectly. People are waking up. They are seeing the gaps in the story. They are demanding more, and that is why I need you to stay with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. This is where we gather to demand the truth. And for those of you who want to make sure this message reaches even more people, join us as a member. We need 1,000 of you to stand tall today so we can keep pulling at these threads until the whole truth comes out. We often talk about the way things are done in our capital. There is a certain kind of move that happens when people in power have something they really don't want you to see. They wait until the sun goes down on a Friday. When they think you're retired from a long week and ready to tune out, they call it a document dump. And that is exactly what happened here. After months of waiting, after a clear legal deadline had passed, the Department of Justice finally let a few things out of the bag. But they did it in a way that shows they are more interested in managing the news than in telling the truth. They promised hundreds of thousands of pages. They promised total openness, but what actually came out was a fraction of that. It was a trickle instead of a flood. And while we see pictures of famous people and entertainers, the names that people are really asking about, the names that relate to the halls of power today, are missing or hidden behind those thick black boxes. This isn't transparency. This is a strategy. It is a strategy to give you just enough to make it look like they are following the law while keeping the most important facts for themselves. When I was in the White House, I always believed that the American people could handle the truth. I believed that even when things were messy, it was better to be straight with you. But what we are seeing now is a different philosophy. It is a philosophy of trust us, but don't look too closely. It is a philosophy that says the public doesn't need to know who is involved in these dark circles. If it might cause embarrassment to the people currently in charge, but in a democracy, embarrassment is not a legal reason to hide documents. The law is the law. I want you to think about the survivors who have waited decades for this moment. They were promised that the full story would be told. They were told that the secrets of Jeffrey Epstein would finally be brought into the light. For them, this isn't about politics, it's about their lives. And to see the government use these delay tactics, to see them miss deadlines and offer excuses, is a slap in the face to anyone who believes in justice. It tells them that their pain is less important than a political career. We cannot let this become the new norm.
Thank you so much.
I'm Steve Ballmer, and here's a quick take from my teammate at USA Facts. Take it away, Lucia.
Thanks, Steve. Here's what I got. Tariffs. A big topic for American businesses, workers, families, and shoppers. Hot off the press, new government data on tariffs released December 10th. The latest Treasury data shows the federal government collected nearly $195 billion in customs duties in fiscal year 2025. 146% more than in 2024.
Double tap the face
more
of
than double.
your phone.
We cannot let Friday night
Double
trips
tap.
become the way our government talks to us. If you are as frustrated as I am, I need you to make your voice heard. Subscribe to this channel so we can keep this story on the front page. And if you are able, become a member today. Your membership helps us bypass the gates and the gatekeepers. We need 1,000 of you to join us so we can keep demanding the full unredacted truth for every single American. Stay with me because the next part gets even deeper into the laws they are breaking. You know, when I took the oath of office, I placed my hand on the Bible and promised to protect the laws of our land. That oath is not a suggestion. It is a sacred bond between a leader and the people. But right now, we are seeing a situation where the law is being treated like a piece of clay that can be twisted, bent to fit a personal agenda. The Transparency Act was
like
not
one of
passed just
them
for
victims.
fun. It was passed by Congress because the people demanded answers. It was signed into law. And yet, the current administration is acting like they can pick and choose which parts of the law they want to follow. When you look at the work being done by leaders like Jamie Raskin, you see them fighting for...
Now, I'm asking nicely. The next time, if I don't get the likes up, it's 251 people listening in. Double tap the face of your phone if that's how you're listening. If you're ear hustling with your phone device, whether you're in the comment section or in the bushes, I don't care. Double tap the face of your phone. If you're on your computer or your tablet, there are 3 dots at the top right corner, stacked on top of each other. Hit those 3 dots. It'll take you to the like button. You can hit the like button. But I need for y'all to get them up. This is my last time. If they don't go up, I'm going to end it. I'm going to take y'all to where the T is. Let y'all hear old girl say some names. And then I'm going to end it right in the midst of it. Leave you hanging. And wait until another time. Yeah. That's what time I'm on. Yeah, that's what time I'm on. So either you get the likes up and appreciate my research and my time, or you leave. But if you really just want to hear it and connect those dots, because, you know, my regular tea sippers already know what y'all don't know. Y'all the ones that's late to the party thinking you being ugly to me. I'm going to show you ugly. I'm going to show you why petty should be left to females to be. I'm finna show y'all petty today. If you don't get them likes up, AunTeaFee gonna be petty. Yeah, I'm gonna treat you like you're a dude. I'm gonna tease your ass. And then I'm gonna drop you and leave you hanging. Y'all gonna see Laquita today. And she ain't gonna even cuss you out. She's just gonna be petty. She gonna be hood petty. I'm gonna treat you just like a dude. I'm gonna tease your ass and drop your ass. Just like that. Now get the likes up. That's exactly what the oversight committee in the Jeffrey Epstein estate. Yeah. That's what they doing to Trump right now. They teasing his ass. They got him thinking that ain't nothing gonna come out on him. That shit just leaking. It's leaking. It's leaking all over the place. Hell, what's her name? Marla Maples. Hot baby, please. It's leaking all over the place, soaking damn wet. You think that's your diaper? Overflood of shit coming all out. Yeah, that's that over Democrat oversight committee letting you know, Cook. Yeah, whether y'all redact or not, it's leaking. I've been trying to tell my tea sippers, Janet, it's out there. I've been trying to tell you people got it. Unredacted. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, it's out there. Damn sure is.
Very simple thing. They are asking the Department of Justice to follow the rules. They are pointing out that the stalling and the heavy redactions
That's what they
are not
do.
just annoying.
That's what they do, don't they,
They are a
Dorothy?
violation of federal law. In any other job, if you ignored the rules and hid your work from your boss, you would be fired. Well, in this country, the American people are the boss. And right now, your employees in the White House are refusing to show you their work. They use fancy words to explain why they are hiding things. They talk about privacy or ongoing investigations. But we have to ask, whose privacy are they really protecting? Is it the victims, or is it the powerful men who spend time on that island? When the government becomes
Powerful
a shield
men.
for the powerful
hell, maybe
instead of a
some
sword
women.
for the innocent, something has gone terribly wrong. We have seen this before in history, where leaders think they are the law instead of being under the law. It never ends well.
Been away
Creates a
with
deep
it for
sense
so
of
long.
Cynicism. It makes people feel like the game is fixed. It makes people think that no matter who they vote for, the people at the top will always look out for each other. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. We have the power to demand better. We have the power to say that we won't accept half-truths and blacked out pages. We deserve a government that is as honest and hardworking as the people it represents. I want you to stick with me as we keep going through this. We are halfway through this story.
See,
and it's only getting more important.
See, in about Marla, you know, as time goes on, it's 438 people in here. Y'all need to hit the like button coming in. And if you don't think you want to, then turn your ass right on around and get your ass up out of here. No. I said I wasn't going to cuss, didn't I? Hell, well, we all got an ass, don't we? But see, the thing with me with Marla, I'm trying to wait and see what happens. But see, what happens sometimes as people get older and more comfortable, I don't know what she saw. I don't know what happened. But when she was sincerely reaching out to that lady about her child, looking her, I could just see her looking at that woman dead in her eyes, so that that lady would believe her. Get your child. I don't care what they promise. Get your child. Do not leave her with these men, especially my husband. Grabbed her hands and looked at her. So we never heard that before. For it to leak out now, and I know what I'm trying for us to listen to together. I know that that girl said Tiffany. I know that that girl said something about Tiffany. So I'm wondering, is that Tiffany Marla Maples' daughter? I would not be surprised if that Tiffany, that little girl was making mention of, was Marla Maples' daughter. And see, now this is at a time where the little girl may have recently confessed to her mama of what done happened, of what did happen, reliving in her head or remembering something that happened and done told her mom about it. I don't know, but Marla Maples' name has not come up in a very long time for it to leak out right now. And when I say he won't say nothing, he's scared. When I tell you the dog is scared to chase the cat, nothing but the dog. Yeah, that song, Why Must I Feel Like That? Why Must I Chase the Cat? He ain't chasing. He ain't talking. He running. He shitting. Him scared. Him. Him. You know what, y'all? I listened to a him. I was on TT in her bushes, and I heard a clown repeat something I said about the dog and being mad. I said, I can't stand with a him, shim, repeat something I done said, knowing good and dang well I don't like him. Talking about somebody mad, and started growling. Rrr. Now, I know I just did that the other day. I said, look at him, shim. I always emulating or copying a female. Boy, I tell you, them hims want to be female so damn bad. Yeah, that's why he's sick. He let a girl that's sick give him that nasty woman's disease or hell. He gave it to her. Yeah, cause him been him shim for a long time. Yeah, I'm talking about in the Mo3 sector. Yeah, been in the bushes. No, he's scared of a damn bush. Him, shim. Yeah. Walking around sick as hell. What type of alpha male gets on YouTube and show a my chart? Y'all, where they do that at? And I'ma say this. Scared of a bush. Hell yeah. Not be you a bush. Like a puss bush. Well, yeah. Scared as hell of a bush. Unless it's a man's bush. But hell, they so metrosexual now. Yeah, they shave all their hair out. Where the manly men at? I'm so sick of this no hair shit. I'm beginning to think men who don't like no type of hair on that puss, looking at it like it's the child's puss. Leave some hair. Leave some hair. Yeah, fuck that. When they start that shit, hell, it's too much stuff. If it's musty, they need to get some, what's that, pot, honey pot. Get something to spray down there. Up that. Y'all think y'all fucking with babies and shit. Leave some hair down there. Hell, that's why females be getting all them yeast infections and bacterias and shit. Because you ain't got no hair. Don't y'all know that hair is to help for bacteria? Don't shave all that shit. Only babies are bald down there. I'm going to start looking at these men different who be insisting that a female don't have no hair. Oh, fuck that, nigga. And if you don't have none, you a him shim. Hell, God wouldn't have gave it to us if he didn't if it didn't have a purpose. Now you can trim down. It don't have to be a whole full-grown bush. But it don't need to be bald unless hell you just don't have no hair down there no more. You done got old and the shit just don't grow the same. But baby, I'm sorry. As long as this been going on and as young as they playing with these kids, no, leave some hair. I heard. I done got all off track. But no, baby, I'm looking at that different now. And I'm serious as a heart attack. I am serious as a heart attack. I am beginning to look at when they start that shit ain't but what 10, 15 years old. That ain't how it's always been. That ain't always been like that. When they start doing that is less than 20 years old. I don't even think it's 20. I think that shit is maybe 10, 15 years old. I wish a nigga would ask me to shave all my hair off my puss. I mean, I ain't saying it's no big old bush, but don't ask me to do that shit. I'ma look at you funny. I'ma raise my eyebrow up at you. Like what? You like that baby look? Cause that's what that is. Yeah, I'm gonna look at you funny. I'm gonna start asking what happened to you a long time ago. I'm giggling, but I'm serious. Yeah, And then men started shaving. Now I need a man with some hair. It don't have to be BD. It don't have to be BD, but you need to have some hair. I need for you to be manly. I don't want to be in no shape, form, or fashion in competition with no damn man. That's why I don't like petty ass men. That's a female. That's female traits. No. Yeah, have some hair. Hell, and if it's nappy, put a relaxer on it. Don't leave it on there too long now. Don't leave it on there too long. Woo, we love that brought back some memories. That's funny. Don't leave it on there too long. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave that there alone. Yeah. And I just saw a girl. I got it somewhere. I sent it to myself because old girl says she need a cooch. She need a cooch barber. She need a coochie barber. Hell, she said she don't want to shave no more. I'm trying to find it. There she go. She said she don't. She said she needs a coochie cutter. Get the likes up, y'all. Come on, I'm finna start back. Yeah, she needs a coochie barber. I thought about my nephew. I said, Lord, his wife would not go for that. He would not go for that. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all hear it. So it made me think about it. Yeah, I don't like that. Leave some hair. And if he asks you to shave that shit, you better raise your eyebrow up and you better look at him. Yeah, I don't want no man who wants to sit up there and shave off all that metrosexual. Ain't that shit about 10, 15 years ago? I mean, that ain't always been like that. That's why that him shim sick as hell showing a damn my chart. I wish a no would.
Could you hold your lip up?
We need
There you go.
coochie barbers. I don't want to be bald.
Could you hold your
Did
lip
he
up?
just blow?
We need coochie barbers. I don't want to be bald.
Could you hold your lip up?
We need coochie barbers.
Is there any coochie barbers out
I
there?
want to be bald.
Hey, third rail, are you a coochie barber?
We need coochie barbers.
I don't want
to be bald.
I don't want to be bald. Did he just blow?
We need coochie barbers.
Y'all know AunTeaFee ain't got no sis. Woo!
If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the channel. It shows the world that we are watching.
Should these glasses be illegal in the U.S.? Nobody believed me at first.
Stop asking for these females to go totally bald. You make me think that you like babies. Yeah, we need to boycott that shit. The way these old ass men out here playing with babies and shit. Yeah, you need to appreciate some coochie hair. I ain't saying it has to be a big ass bush, but don't ask for that shit to be bald. Folk 30 and 40. Yeah, stop that. And men, stop shaving all your hair and shit. If your hair is nappy, trim it down. But no hair on the legs, no hair on, none of that. Oh, man, that ain't manly. That ain't manly. Yeah, we need the manly men back. I don't want no damn metrosexual. Make me look at females like you really want another female. If men want the coochie all the way bald, I'm gonna look at you like you like babies. And if a female like that metro shit man don't have no hair, I'm gonna look at you like women. And ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into, because that's between you and God. But that's how I'm gonna look at you. He don't have no hair. Oh, hell no. That ain't how it's supposed to be. You need you a caveman.
Want to be a part of the inner circle of this community, hit that join button and become a member right now. We need 1,000 of you to stand up today to show that we won't be
If y'all would have hit the like button, we wouldn't have had to go there.
At the people who are standing up to this cover-up. When we see people standing up for what is right, even when it is hard, it gives us hope. And right now, we are seeing some real courage in the halls of Congress. I'm talking about people like Jamie Raskin and Robert Garcia. They aren't just making noise. They are doing the hard work of holding power to account. They are looking at this pile of blacked out papers and saying, no, this is not what the law requires.
Shout out to them.
They are standing up for the survivors who have been waiting for years to see justice done. They're reminding us that in America, the truth shouldn't be a partisan issue. It's interesting to see how the people in power react when they're called out. Instead of fixing the problem,
they are definitely
questions.
scared.
They try to make it seem like wanting the truth is somehow a political attack. But let's be clear. Wanting to know the facts about a massive sex trafficking ring isn't about politics. It's about right and wrong.
Hey, Shay.
When the Department of Justice fails to meet a legal deadline and then tries to blame it on logistics, these leaders aren't buying it, and you shouldn't either. Think about the message this sends to the rest of the world. We have always held ourselves up as a beacon of democracy and the rule of law. But when we see our own government ignoring a law that was passed almost unanimously, it dims that light. It tells other countries that the rules are just for show. But men like Garcia...
Yeah, they thought they was going to play in our face. Yeah, they thought that, they underestimate the Democrats this time around, They underestimated the people, like they was going to play in our face like they always did. And, we'll forget about it and go on to something else. Not this time. Y'all playing with kids. It's thousands of people who have been victimized. Hell no. We say no. So shout out to Congress for standing up to the bully. Shout out to them. It's been going on too long. And it was just going on and we didn't have no idea. They blaming, I'm not saying we, the black people, or the Hispanics that don't break the law. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying had us thinking that it was black people, Hispanics, and hell, and y'all had employed them to do y'all dirty work for y'all. Here I am steady saying higher ups, higher ups, higher ups. Not knowing that the real higher up, well, I knew Trump was. Again, I'm gonna say this. I knew that it was all full circle. I knew that there was more than one higher up. I knew that Trump was a part of it. I just didn't know how big it was. And it's huge. It's huge. And it's been going on for years. And these motherfuckers sending the wrong people, putting shit on, I mean, for real. Putting stuff on people knowing good and dang well they didn't do it. Your homie, your political, your foreign leaders, they was behind it. Trump still stealing oil rigs. He stole another one today. He doing everything he can do to throw us off track. We don't care. We do care. But right now, ain't shit you can do that's gonna stop us from talking about these Epstein files and what y'all trying to do. That's why I am happy as hell that the shit is leaking. And when I say it's leaking, it is overflowing. Thy cup runneth over with your dirt. I said, well, will you look at that? Look, I know that girl every bit of 14. Where your shirt at? Yeah, y'all been getting away with this shit. Blaming other people. Trying to make it be like the black people crying. We the most on welfare, getting government assistance. We the people, y'all stay doing criminal shit, and it's y'all. Dirty old bastards. And y'all been doing it for years, nigga. Yeah, nah, we ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe. So shout out to Congress. Shout out to the people who have our feet down. What to say, 10 toes down. We ain't budging. We want justice. So don't come over here making not one excuse for a PDF-er. I'm going to put your monkey ass out. I'm going to put you out. And I'm going to ask you, why did your mama fail you? Who did she let touch you? Because anybody who justifies that make me believe that something done happened to you. And in your mind, you saying, well, hell, if it happened to me, it can happen to them. Didn't nobody help me? I ain't going to help them. That's the mindset that some of you people have because you conditioned. Now, if you want somebody to stand in the gap with you, come on over here. We're going to stand in the gap together and we're going to seek justice together for everybody who has been victimized. I don't care if you left, you right, you black, you white, boy or girl. I don't give a shit about none of that. But you will, if you are a victim, feel validated over here. And I mean that. Let's go. Come on.
And Raskin are refusing to let that be the final word.
And don't let nobody tell you to shave off all your hair on your coochie. Leave some so you won't be down there looking like a baby. I'm looking at that shit totally different. I mean, I ain't gonna act like I ain't been looking at it like that. But I damn sure look like I'm looking at it like that now. Now, if you can't grow none, don't be trying to glue none on down there. I ain't trying. Don't be trying to put no lace front, no shit. But you know what I mean.
They are examining every legal option to force the administration
Hey,
to
Queenie.
stop
Hey,
fighting.
Mary.
They are doing their job so that you can have the answers you deserve. I want you
Somebody
to think about
gave me
what it
some
takes to be a
gifts,
leader
some
like that.
gems. Was that you,
It
Shay?
takes
Thank
a
you,
thick
Shay.
skin and a deep love for this country. It takes a belief that the American people are worth fighting for. And that is why I am talking to you today, because they can't do it alone. They need to know that the public is behind them. They need to know that you are paying attention to
Down
every
there trying to
redaction
glue
and
some
every
hair
delay.
on.
They need to know that you haven't given up on the idea of an honest government. If you believe in the work they are doing, I want you to show your support right here. Make sure you are subscribed so you can stay informed as this fight moves into the courts. And if you really want to help
Oh,
us
it's
build a
going to the
platform
court.
for the
Let's
truth,
go.
I'm asking
Take their
you.
ass. Bondi, they say they looking for, they probably finna hit her with some, impeachment.
To become a member today. We are looking for 1,000 people to join us.
Okay, let me get on off of that. All right. Without further ado, let's hear, because I want to hear if old girl brings up that girl Tiffany. And now, since Marla Maples is talking, I want to know if this girl, Trump's daughter, since we know he plays with daughters, it's just something about how they describe the intensity that Marla Maples gave. She had to have had something had to have happened, or she saw something that made her do what she did and warn that lady in that bathroom. And here we are thinking Epstein was the worst. She told him, don't leave her with none of these men. None of them. Especially my husband. Baby. That spoke volumes to me. So for this girl, I know she said Tiffany. Listen for Tiffany.
Began to, sorry, this is a little difficult, but could come over and give him a hand job. Mr. Jeffrey Epstein, there was about 3 or 4 times that I
how can a 14-year-old child be working for Epstein?
Nothing promised to me for doing this interview. Yes, everything that I say at this interview will be the truth. I met Donald Trump at some parties I attend that I was working for Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. There was about 3 or 4 times that I had encounters with Donald Trump. I was 13. The first time that I met Donald Trump was at a party at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. There was an orgy going on, and he was kind of watching off in the distance. And he basically asked if I could come over and give him a hand job. And at first, I wasn't very comfortable with it. This was like my first party, and I didn't think that was my responsibility. But
her first party.
Basically asked if I could come over and give him a hand job. And at first, I wasn't very comfortable with it. This was like my first party, and I didn't think that was my responsibility. But my recruiter told me that I needed to do it, so I agreed to. And
did y'all hear that? She had a recruiter. Her recruiter. 13, 14 years old, working for Epstein, and she had a recruiter. Who the hell is the recruiter?
Could come over and give him a hand job. And at first, I wasn't very comfortable with it. This was like my first party, and I didn't think that was my responsibility. But my recruiter told me that I needed to do it, so I agreed to. And then he, I began to. Sorry, this is a little difficult, but before I gave him a hand job, he kind of slapped my hand away and said, "You need to use a glove." And the recruiter ran over and handed me a glove and said, "No one touches Mr. Trump's penis without a glove." So I needed to use a glove.
The five thumb glove with something on each end, a butt plug, the ditto, and the the dangling. Man, this is some crazy shit, man. Y'all, please hit the like button. Double
Gave him a
tap.
hand job, and then immediately after, he had an orgasm, he left, and I didn't see him again at that party. Jeffrey Epstein is a billionaire friend of Donald Trump's that was responsible for throwing the sex parties. I originally came to New York trying to be a model, and in my travels, I met a girl named Tiffany there who was very interested in me and said that that's what she did, is that she helped girls get what they wanted, and she could help me get into modeling. That she knew a lot of.
So Tiffany was a recruiter. So Tiffany
parties. I originally came to New York trying to be a model, and in my travels, I met a girl named Tiffany there who was very interested in me and said that that's what she did, is that she helped girls get what they wanted, and she could help me get into modeling. That she knew a lot of people that were higher ups, and that it would be no problem. And so that's why but I would just basically have to come model at a couple of events and meet some people. There would be no sweat. So of course I went. That sounds like no big deal. And she was recruiting.
Y'all, now I know that this is how are you 14 wanting to be a model like this, and where's your parents? Where's your parents?
The girls to come to these parties, and they all looked. I mean, most of them were my age. There was maybe a couple girls that were maybe 14 or 15, but it seemed to me like we were all very young. So Jeffrey Epstein knew that I was 13 years old. When he interviewed me, he asked me to get down to my bra, just my panties, and I thought that was weird. But I mean, modeling, maybe it was something about my figure. And he asked that I give him a massage. And then he asked me my age. He asked me, and I told him, I told him that I was 13. I told him why I was there, and he basically said, "Well, you'll do. I'm sure that you'll fit pretty nicely here." And then he tried to basically slip himself inside of me, and I pushed him away, and I said, I'm because at that point in time I still believed that there was models, and then there was the girls that did that. Like I thought there was a separation. So I told him that I wasn't interested in that, but he said that I would do. And as far as Donald Trump, he knew that I was 13, and I believe that Tiffany told him. He seemed to take a liking to me because I was I was so young, and I was also a virgin. So I don't know. It seemed like he wasn't really into having girls that were liked by the other guys. He kind of the whole glove. He kind of liked things to be his first. That, for lack of a better term, but he was the one who wanted to get to a girl before everyone else did. Donald Trump knew that I was 13 because the first night that I was there, Tiffany actually suggested that she had a whole bunch of different wigs, and I expressed interest in them. I always told her that I would love to walk around with blue hair, and so I tried some on, and there was a blonde wig that she said that looked great on me. So
he liked blonde. What?
And she had a whole bunch of different wigs, and I expressed interest in them. I always told her that. Donald Trump knew that I was 13 because the first night that I was there, Tiffany actually suggested that she had a whole bunch of different wigs, and I expressed interest in them. I always told her that I would love to walk around with blue hair, and so I tried some on, and there was a blonde wig that she said that looked great on me. So I wore that wig, and Donald Trump had specifically asked about me because I remind him of his daughter, and she said, well, she's 13 as well. So he knew the first time that he saw me, but he took a liking to me because I look like his daughter. And the reason I'm coming out now is when it happened originally, I just wanted to forget about the whole incident. And when I saw that he was running for president, I felt it was my responsibility to come out and tell our country what kind of man this person is. I don't think that he should even be the dog catcher, let alone running the greatest country in the world.
A
After I
dog
met
catcher.
Tiffany at the bus station, she took me to, basically went to her house, her apartment, and got ready. I put on a blonde wig because it seemed fun to pretend to be someone different, but we went to...
You went where?
When I saw that he was running for president, I felt that was...
Okay, let's get back over here before I start tripping. Let me run, and so I can go to the store and get
I
a...
don't think that he should even be the dog catcher, let alone running the greatest country in the world. After I met Tiffany at the bus station, she took me to, basically went to her house, her apartment, and got ready. I put on a blonde wig because it seemed fun to pretend to be someone different, but we went to the party that I was basically interviewing for, and Jeffrey Epstein was the one that was running the party. He had a quick meeting with everyone that was employed there, and then he had a private interview with me. The first time that I met Jeffrey Epstein, he did try to force himself inside of me without getting the go-ahead or anything, and then it was probably about the third or fourth party is when he basically forced, it was another massage, and it was basically like, it wasn't sex, but there was penetration, and I told him that I didn't want that, but he kind of got a little irritated. So I don't know, there was something about him that I guess I kind of held him, I held a lot of resentment towards him. By that time that happened, I kind of already started catching on it. Maybe I wasn't there for modeling, and maybe I was just getting used for things, and I felt that I kind of held him responsible. I did receive money to go to these parties. After every party, I was paid by Mr. Epstein. There wasn't, out of all the girls that were there with me, most of them were 13, 14. I think the oldest one might have been 16, but just turned 16. And she'd been there for a while. It was Tiffany. He liked to watch other people have sex. He's a germ, doesn't like germs, so rather than partaking, he just watches. So Tiffany had informed him that I was the virgin, and so there wasn't, out of all the girls that were there with me, most of them were 13, 14. I think the oldest one might have been 16, but just turned 16. And she'd been there for a while. It was Tiffany. He liked to watch other people have sex. He's a germ, doesn't like germs, so rather than partaking, he just watches. So Tiffany had informed him that I was the virgin.
So Tiffany was a student too.
I was basically.
Tiffany is one of those ones that
introduced us. Second time that I saw Mr. Trump was
recruited.
Same scenario. He was onlooking at an orgy, and Tiffany came over to me and said that Donald Trump had requested that I perform oral sex on him, and I'd never done something like that with anybody, so I was a little nervous. So I walked up to him, and he was sitting there very proud, and I just kind of moved in that direction, and he kind of slapped me away and said, "What are you doing? You need to put a condom on," like I was some dirty filth or something without a condom. Tiffany ran over and handed him a condom and apologized profusely and said that would never happen again. And she looked at me and scolded me basically like a child and said that that's not how Donald Trump always anytime he touches penis it needs to have a condom on or a glove especially when it comes to performing oral sex. So I apologized and then I performed oral sex on him. And once he was done, he hopped up and that's the last I saw of him at that party. It's like once he's done, he's out. So. Okay. Sometimes before some of the things that I noticed that were weird with him was sometimes before the parties he would come over and Jeffrey Epstein and himself would kind of banter back and forth, and he was Donald Trump was very racist. He said a lot of racist things. There was a lot of comments towards Mr. Epstein about being Jewish and called him a Jew bastard, so that he was cheap, and there were some words I didn't even understand. Something about the shape of his penis being directly related to his mole, I'm not too familiar with it. And called him a Jew bastard, so that he was cheap. And there were some words I didn't even understand. Something about the shape of his penis being directly related to. There was a lot of comments towards Mr. Epstein about being Jewish, and called him a Jew bastard. So
Thank
he
you,
was
Denise,
cheap. And there were some
for the
words I didn't even
Sunday and the
understand.
floating
Something about
hearts.
the shape of his penis being directly related to his mole, or I mean, I'm not too familiar with the the Jewish tradition, so, but I'm pretty sure that whatever he was saying wasn't very nice. Also referred to people of Hispanic or Hispanic names, they called them Spics. That was around the first time that the world.
Oh man. Let's try this, y'all.
That was around the first time that the World Trade Center had gotten the bomb in the 90s, and he was talking about the towel heads and how we would just be better off if we the shape of his penis being directly related to his mole, or I mean, I'm not too familiar with the the Jewish tradition, so, but I'm pretty sure that whatever he was saying wasn't very nice. Also referred to people of Hispanic or Hispanic names, they called them Spics. That was around the first time that the World Trade Center had gotten the bomb in the 90s, and he was talking about the towel heads and how we would just be better off if we didn't let him in, or basically got rid of every single one that was already here. And I thought it made me really uncomfortable, really really uncomfortable. He also loved to call black people niggers, and Arabic people he called sand niggers. The only time that he tried to give me some money was our last encounter together. Where he acted out a rape fantasy. I was forced to give that money back because Jeffrey Epstein paid us after the party. So, but he just gave me the money. I don't even know why he gave it to me. Maybe to make me feel more cheap. But it was a rape fantasy to him. But I wasn't playing. So there was those 2 times, and then there was after the next thing that Tiffany approached me with was that he had a fantasy where he walked in on his maids. Maids basically making out, and that it was some type of fantasy for him. So she asked, at that point I was like, I don't want to be involved with anything that has to do with him, but she's like, you were just basically the other one, so there's nothing that you will have to do, just don't, he's requesting you to be involved. So I reluctantly, I felt like I didn't have a choice there, but it was basically, he's walking in, his 2 maids, I was one of the maids, I was the white maid, and there was a Spanish girl, Maria, who was a Hispanic maid, and we were making out, and he walks in and he gets really angry and threatens to call immigration on Maria if she doesn't come over and make things right and give him a blowjob. So while she is over there giving him a blowjob, I am just trying to, I'm supposed to look scared, like, oh no, and cleaning up things and pretending like I'm trying to go back to my job as a maid. And then he's being so rude to Maria. I felt so bad for her, even though I guess it just didn't seem like a fantasy. It didn't seem like it's the weirdest fantasy. As far as that, he was threatening to call immigration on her, so that she didn't know how to, she wasn't even near going down to give him, perform oral sex on him before he slapped her away and said, what are you doing? You need to put a condom on, and she's trying to, I'm so sorry, and he's like, can't you understand what you're saying, just speak English, he called her derogatory comments, and then he's like, you know what, you don't know what you're doing, have her come over and show you.
What happened? Oh, that's the end. What I missed? Oh, I'm sorry.
He wants his request.
I think this is it, y'all. I think this is it. And then I'm gonna run
Making out, and he walks in and he gets really angry and threatens to call immigration on Maria if she doesn't come over and make things right and give him a blowjob.
Oh, wow.
So while she is over there giving him a blowjob, it was a rape fantasy to him, but I wasn't playing. So there was those
It was what type of a fantasy?
It was pretty. It was a rape fantasy to him, but I wasn't playing. So there was those
fantasy.
Times, and then there was after the next thing that Tiffany approached me with was that he had a fantasy where he walked in on his maids. Maids basically making out, and that it was some type of fantasy for him. So she asked, at that point I was like, I don't want to be involved with anything that has to do with him, But she's like, you were just basically the other one. So there's nothing that you ought to do. Just don't, he's requesting you to be involved. So I reluctantly, I felt like I didn't have a choice there, but it was basically he's walking in, his two maids. I was one of the maids. I was the white maid. And there was a Spanish girl, Maria, who was a Hispanic maid. And we were making out, and he walks in, and he gets really angry and threatens to call immigration on Maria if she doesn't come over and make things right and give him a blowjob. So while she is over there giving him a blowjob, I am just trying to, I'm supposed to look scared, like, oh no, and cleaning up things and pretending like I'm trying to go back to my job as a maid. And then he's being so rude to Maria. I felt so bad for her, even though I guess it just didn't seem like a fantasy. It didn't seem like it's the weirdest fantasy as far as that. He was threatening to call immigration on her, so that she didn't know how to, she wasn't even near going down to give him, perform oral sex on him before he slapped her away and said, what are you doing? You need to put a condom on, and she's trying to, I'm so sorry, and he's like, you can't even understand what you're saying, just speak English, he called her derogatory comments, and then he's like, you know what, you don't know what you're doing, have her come over and show you.
Okay, y'all, that's it. Oh my God. Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. That was, oh, wow. Wow. I hope y'all enjoyed the tea. We had to fight through it, but we got through it. Please like, share, subscribe, join the membership. Please share this out. I just did a couple of clips I just made from this live. Please go and check them out and share them out. Hype them up. Hype them up. Put it in the algorithm. Just in case I have to delete that material. I wanted it to be in a clip or a short or a upload. So please support the platform. The tea is hot. I may fuss about the like button, baby, but the tea is always hot. I hope y'all enjoy it. I will be back later on around 8:30, maybe 9. I need to go get another charger. I left my good one when I was out of town, so I'll be back. I'll be back later on. Okay? That's some scalding tea. Denise, I agree. As y'all can see, I didn't listen to it before I listened to it with the tea sippers. Yeah, I just wanted us to have a natural reaction to what we are listening to, what's leaking out. Heard some things that I haven't heard before. I never had heard the young lady speak what happened, him being prejudiced. See, I'm telling you, he not even a Jew. he poking fun at oh boy, Epstein. Wow, it's just mind blowing. But I'll be back. Let me go get a charger so I can stop having this problem. Y'all, peace out. Let me run to the store. Bye. Thank y'all. Thank you. Hot tea. The tea is hot. The tea is hot. Like, share, and subscribe. Join the membership. She said, get your kids. Hide your kids from all of these got men, especially my husband, Donald Trump.